Thanks for joining us for 5 on 5 today. I'm Joe Sullivan. Pleased to be joined today with Dr. Randy Weber. Randy, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, there is a $60 million bond measure on the ballot this November. Could you talk about why RCC needs this money?
You bet. So the bond measure was voted on by our board to put it on the ballot this November. And the primary focus of the measure is to provide capital support for workforce training needs. We have growing programs that are hitting record high in enrollment, and in order to continue to meet the demand of our community and our students, we're looking to grow these programs. Interestingly, these programs that are growing are the ones that require the most amount of square footage in order to operate.
Could you go into a little bit more specifics about what this money is going to be about?
Yeah, so we're looking at an overall $80 million capital projects effort, $60 million of which would be for from the bond proceeds, $15 million of which would be state capital grants that require match that the bond proceeds would meet, an additional $4.5 million from grants and supports. And so that $80 million total is to focus on CTE programs at our Table Rock campus, improve student support at our Riverside campus in Medford, and then also to increase CTE efforts with our Redwood campus in Grants Pass. That's the primary focus. In addition to CTE training, it's to update learning environments. And we've got some buildings that are over 50 years old, and the learning environments are decades old. And with today's technology and learning requirements in the classrooms, some of those upgrades are necessary.
How important is this workforce training upgrade that would be coming with this bond measure if approved?
We feel it's tremendously important. You know, the demand on us to be able to offer these programs is already there. In order to meet the growing demand, it will be important. So a specific example of that is we just added a nursing cohort this spring that had 24 students. So in the next year, we'll have 48 new nursing students on top of the 60 that we already had enrolled. Plus, this fall, we're entering our first cohort of dental hygiene students of 20. So when you look at dental hygiene and nursing alone, we've got over 80 new students in those two programs. And the interesting thing for these is that, for example, science is a prerequisite to get into allied health programs. Our science classes are full. They've grown by over 40% the last 2 years. We don't have lab space to offer, so students aren't going to be able to get to and through their program in a timely manner if we aren't able to provide more direct learning opportunities for them. So science labs would be an example of what we're adding.
So the $60 million bond measure is on the ballot. How would residents in Jackson County and Josephine County be impacted by this?
Yes.
How much would it cost them?
You bet. So the measure itself is 9 cents per thousand, and what that means for a Jackson County resident is that they would continue paying the 9 cents on a bond that's expiring that was voted upon when Jackson County joined the district a little over 20 years ago. The 9 cents per thousand would be new in addition to the 4 cents that taxpayers are already paying in Josephine County. So both would be moved to 13 cents, or would be paying 13 cents. For Jackson County, it would be seen equivalent to a continuation and a new 9 cents for Josephine.
So in a typical $400,000 house, how much would it cost a taxpayer?
So I think that the median house value, assessed values in Jackson and Josephine counties, I don't have at the top of my head, but for the median homeowner in Jackson County, it's just over $20 annually, and for Jackson County, it's just over $18 annually.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with more 5 on 5. Welcome back to part 2 of our 5 on 5 today with Dr. Randy Weber from RCC. And how is enrollment going at RCC?
Enrollment is rebounded really strong from the pandemic. A lot of our early rebound has been in person and career technical and workforce training programs. This fall in particular, we're seeing stronger rebound in our what we call general ed transfer courses. And those are courses that students who go to our close transfer partner SOU would take who are on a traditional baccalaureate route. So we're seeing all programs rebounding pretty strong. What I can tell you is that over the we're still in fall term enrollment, so we can't really tell till the end of the month how it'll end up. But for the prior 2 years, our enrollment growth was over 24%, and the state average was about 6.5%. So we've almost quadrupled the growth change in 2 years compared to our peer colleges across Oregon.
I think it's really exciting what you talked about earlier with the nursing program and with the dental program also. I think that's exciting for the people here in the Rogue Valley.
Yeah, so the primary focus of a community college is to meet local workforce needs, and these are the programs that our community partners have told us they need. And the nursing program, for example, is made possible because of partnerships with partners like Asante and Providence, and we're really excited. We've begun conversations with La Clinica and other partners on how we can take our dental hygiene students and put them in the community for their learning experience and to provide community service. So a lot of things on the forefront to do workforce training and to meet community need.
We've got about 30 seconds left. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think I would just reemphasize that this enrollment growth that we're experiencing that's unprecedented is attributable to a couple key factors. First is our employees and their commitment to helping our students have access to education and succeed. And secondly is our partners in the community. K-12 partnerships as well as industry partners have really stepped up and said that they want us to be able to support their growing needs. And I think we're seeing the results to get there.
Dr. Randy Weber, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.